Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back, 7:08, February 23rd, 40 degrees. Going to rain all day today. Sorry about that, folks. Galoshes and slickers. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live at WOBMAM.com and on the Radio Pup app, 732-505-1160. Here, I got a little something for you. Right now, our 11th caller. Now, you're wondering, why is it the 11th caller? I'm going to tell you. Our radio dial position is 1160. So we were going to take the 1160th caller, but that would be really, I mean, we probably wouldn't be able to have that giveaway until Thursday, right? It would take us some time. So we're going to instead just cut it short and do the 11th caller at 732-505-1160. We'll get a gift card to Luigi's Restaurant at 21 Union Avenue in Lakehurst. That's $50 to our 11th caller to Luigi's Restaurant at 21 Union Avenue in Lakehurst. I mean, seriously. We are just so giving here at Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. It's almost disgusting. I mean, it's almost, it's overwhelming. I don't even know what to say anymore. All right, so in front of me right now, in studio, Mary Beatty Sharisky. Good morning, Mary. How are you?
I'm wonderful. You know, I almost picked you up a dozen donuts on the way in.
Yeah, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Okay, so Mary is the principal for adult education at Brick at the Ocean County Vocational and Technical Schools. Mary, by her own admission, wears many hats. So she is going to tell us about those hats now. So go ahead, Mary. Talk to us about what your focus on is at OCVTS.
I like to consider myself an umbrella, and OCVTS is that umbrella. And when you open that umbrella, you get a lot of different components.
But no donuts. Next time. But I am principal of adult education. And with that, I am in charge of all evening programs. We have about 142 of them. And that's Waretown, Jackson, Toms River, Brick, and Navy Lakehurst. So I'm housed at Toms River, and I always invite people to come in, chat with me, and tell you a little bit about the district. I'm also the apprentice coordinator for the district, and I oversee about 330 gentlemen and one female in our apprentice programs. I'm also the Perkins Grant Coordinator as well. We expend about $700,000 a year in allocations through our Perkins Grant for equipment and supplies. And I also am helping out and assisting as far as our post-secondary daytime, twilight, share time, accelerated adults in those programs too. So it's a lot of different hats with the umbrella. That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I thought you said, same salary for everything, no increments, no raise.
I thought you said there's a lot. There's a lot to deal with here. The first thing that struck me, obviously, because I am who I am, is that the apprentice program has 331 folks in it,
yes,
and 330 of them are men.
Absolutely.
So this apprentice program covers what disciplines?
Actually, I'd like to say we're one of the largest apprentice programs in the state of New Jersey.
Okay.
And within that, we have electrical, we have HVAC, we have plumbing, we have machine trades, and maintenance mechanic.
Okay. Wow. And only one woman.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, she must be very special. We're gonna try and get her on next week because that's impressive. So talk to me about some of the adult education pieces, because I think when people think about vocational schools, they really think conventional. They think I think they probably think about beauty school. They think about auto. They think about they think about the things that they saw in Greece, right? So tell us what does that mean? What's different now about this is not your grandmother's Votech? So go ahead.
No. I like to look at it in terms of we have people that are recent high school graduates, and I promote ages 18 to 100, and I'm still waiting for that 100-year-old to come through my doors. But sometimes people are looking for options other than college. Maybe they are just tired of putting in the time at their present job. Maybe they don't really like their job. Maybe their heart's desire is something that they thought about years ago. Maybe they're unemployed and they need a fresh start.
So adult education under that umbrella, I think, offers all of the above.
Okay. So what are some of the, what would you say if I were to ask you, what program would I be shocked at that we offer? Right? And I'm not talking like, unfortunately I asked this once of folks from a dance studio, and they were like, well, you would be shocked by our pole dancing classes. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? Because I know we don't offer that at OCVTS.
That may be an option, though.
Listen,
an option, Jeremy.
If people would enroll and we could fill the class, we're in. So what would shock me? What would surprise me? What would say, wow, that's available at OCVTS?
Are we looking at adult evening, or are we looking at just in general?
Listen to me, Mary. This is your world, right? I'm just here along for the ride. I just want you to shock and awe me,
I would sign you up, Jeremy. Looking at you now, I would sign you up for that throwback 80s jazz dance class.
You have an 80s jazz dance class?
I sure do.
Really?
I still have room in the class, too.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
And where is that offered?
That's at Navy Lakehurst.
At Navy Lakehurst, so I can get the full cavity search on my way into class. that sounds like a party to me. I don't know. Okay, so all these classes, and I assume these are offered at different times. Some are offered at an evening, some are offered during the day, depending on what I do in the rest of my life.
Yeah, we have skill-ready classes, and skill-ready classes could be kind of allied health at night, health and fitness certification, automotive. Within those realms, we have billing and coding and dental radiology and electronic health records, and certainly certification programs such as nutrition, senior fitness. Not that you would take senior fitness, Jeremy. You're a little, not that I would sign you up for that, but maybe the CPR Heart Saver. Perhaps I would sign you up for that.
Actually, I would sign all of my friends up for that because anytime I have to do physical activity, I need lots of people. Listen, there's a reason I married a nurse. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. Oh. I know we have to know our limitations.
But our automotive classes are really doing well at night, and again, because we have so many different locations. Navy Lakehurst, that affords us the opportunity for certain like ballroom, piano, keyboard, singing, dance, obviously, audio recording, and so we like to utilize all of our programs.
Wow.
And
so let me ask you: do you? I assume though the last step here, right? So someone takes a class, right? They've excelled at it. They've got a new skill. They get a certificate of some kind that says they completed this, right?
Absolutely. If it's more of a certification or skill-ready class, such as the automotive, the allied health programs that we have, the health and fitness, but we also have enrichment classes. For example, my husband suggested that I sign up for the one-night creative cooking seminar class.
Why did I know you were going to say that your husband suggested that you sign up for a cooking class?
Because I signed him up for 2, and he's a great cook. But I said, you know what, I better balance it here. And obviously, I enjoyed the lesson. I learned a lot. Chef Deborah Dim is amazing.
Really?
We have the most incredible one-night cooking seminars, and those are at Brick or Waretown.
Right.
And, for example, like dinner for 2, perhaps you and your wife would love to, cook in the kitchen, per se. We had Valentine's Day evening in, a Mediterranean grill will be coming up, simply cooking. And how about that taste of Argentina?
Yeah, when you say per se, I feel like that's dripping with something else, by the way. So my wife would actually sign me up for the laundry and dishwashing classes because she thinks I need to excel at those. So, when we come back, and we're here with Mary Beatty Sharisky from Ocean County Vocational Technical Schools, I'd like to talk to you about the next step, which is actually helping folks get jobs, which I know that the Ocean County Vocational Technical School works with as well. So we'll be right back after this talking vocational education.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Connect with Jeremy, 732-505-1160. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Back, Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, back here with Mary Beatty Sharisky of Ocean County Vocational Technical Schools, talking adult education. So you also have accelerated classes. What's that all about?
Our accelerated classes, I like to say 1 year to a new career.
Wow.
And basically that involves like Twilight Cosmetology, cuisine on the green down at Atlantis. I believe you've had a great meal there.
More than one.
New home construction, practical nursing, our LPN program, and Twilight Automotive Technology.
Right. By the way, cuisine on the green in, down at Atlantis Golf Club, they might have a bar there as well.
Yes, they do.
And it might be in walking distance from my house.
Yeah, is it? Oh, you can walk there?
I can walk there.
I think there's one named the Jeremy Grunin cocktail.
I actually have a seat there that they hold for me.
Really?
Yeah. So talk to me for a second about, I know what the next step here is placement, career placement. So I know that there's a career placement center at OCVTS. You guys work hand in hand with them and get folks into jobs?
Absolutely. I like to call it our one-stop shopping. If you come to the Toms River Center where I'm housed, we have the entire adult education entourage there. But right next to us, we have job services.
Okay.
And Christine Karaska and Sharon Noble do a phenomenal job. And if OCVTS students past and present, if they find that they need some assistance in job hunting, cover letter, resume design, they are there to meet the needs of our Ocean County students.
Yeah, I as I recall, I think they even have, it sounds so silly, but they even have the ability to help you like get clothed for the interview.
Yes, they do. They have an interview closet.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And you get to keep the clothes.
Talk about a full service offering here at Ocean County Vocational and Technical Schools. Mary, we are coming up against it, right? Because time just flies, especially with you, because you seem to have a catchphrase or a one-liner for every service at Ocean County Vocational School. When we come back, though, what I want to talk about is, I want to talk a little about your path, how you ended up doing what you're doing now, because you obviously you don't suffer from a lack of energy or excitement about what you're doing.
So I've been told.
Right. So I'd like to talk about that. I'd also like to talk about what you could do if you can make an impact just by kind of waving your magic wand on the sector. So we are going to be back. Mary Beatty Sharisky, adult education at Ocean County Vocational and Technical Schools. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. We're having a blast. I'm already on a high today. The rest of the day is going to be rough. Back after this.
Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center overlooking the Toms River. It's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. I am Jeremy Grunin. Congratulations to John Ryan of Jackson. He won a $50 Luigi's gift card. And remember, John, if you want to call back up and invite me to meet you for lunch, I'm open to that. I'm just saying I really like their food and it wouldn't, suck. Anyway, all right. We are back with Mary Beatty Sharisky from Ocean County Vocational Technical Schools. Mary, you've talked to us about how many hats you wear. You obviously have a grasp on the full breadth and width of offerings at the Votech. How did you end up wearing all these hats? How did you end up in this position? What took you here?
Well, I went to college, obviously, and I wanted to be a TV newscaster or a radio DJ. And so I did my stint in communications. Actually, I think I mentioned to you, I was on WFSC-FM, and that was the Erie market in Pennsylvania. And then I said, you know what, I'd love to teach this, of course. And so then I decided to get certified speech, English, and theater. And at that time, there was reciprocity between New Jersey and Pennsylvania. You didn't have to go through all the loopholes of, paying whoever to get all these certificates. So then I ended up teaching middle school, and I found out there were too many hormones and checkers that they were using the desks as far as jumping around in the 8th grade.
Oh, you were talking about the kids. Gotcha.
And I said, I'd rather be teaching high school. So, and I was very fortunate. I literally walked off the street and got my teaching gigs. Literally, you could walk in, hand them a resume, and you were hired that day. So I was the forensics coach, the drama director, the acting teacher, the English teacher. And then I said, let me get a master's. So then I got a master's in counseling psych. And I ended up then veering away and becoming a guidance counselor, first for Monmouth County Vocational, and then very, very fortunately, 16 years ago, for Ocean County Vocational. Then I said, you know what, let me take a look at this administration gig here. So then I got whatever the necessary certifications, and I was then switching modes from guidance counselor to supervisor, and then a year ago, come March, I was hired principal of adult education.
So you're saying to me that right now, since I am doing a radio show in a market, if I go back to like 8 years of school and then I could start teaching, and I too can work my way up through the vocational school system, right? As long as there's reciprocity. I can go work in Pennsylvania.
I don't think reciprocity exists anymore because everybody likes
path.
to make money on these additional certifications.
Well, listen, we are very fortunate to have you working with us in Ocean County. Not that I have anything against Monmouth County, but if given the choice between Ocean and Monmouth County, I would choose to ask my next question. So, Mary, so here you go. You got the magic wand. Right? Mm-hmm. You have the pixie dust, the fairy dust, the Tabitha shake your nose, twitch your nose, and make something change ability. What are you having an impact on? What are you changing in your sector?
I would want every adult to continue a passion toward lifelong learning. Oh. Be prepared, focus, job readiness, and challenge yourself. And that would be my lifetime goal.
Wow. That was good.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question now. So, because you're obviously like all about continuing to learn, you're like, I want to learn more. So, when you look at the full slate of offerings at Ocean County Vocational and Technical Schools, if you had the time at this moment, what class would you really want to take? What would you really want to do?
Personally?
No, somebody else.
I think there's a lot of opportunities. I think for enrichment, some of our evening classes would be amazing, like general interest, whether it's photography.
No. You're not. You're
photography.
You would take photography.
I would take photography. Absolutely.
Okay, I was going to say it is election season, but that does mean that doesn't mean that the rest of us aren't allowed to answer questions. You know what I mean? So you would take photography.
I sure would. Just as an enrichment class.
I understand. Okay. All right. Mary, it's hard to believe that we've almost reached the end.
Alas.
And there's so much more for us to learn in our never-ending quest for knowledge.
Invite me back.
Okay, so so the question is, where, if I'm listening out there in Radio Land, where could I learn more? Where would I go? Where would I find out more information?
Well, thank you for asking. We have a mall show this weekend, Ocean County Mall, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. During mall hours of operation, we will be there to assist and answer questions. You can also check out our website, www.ocvts.org. You can stop in at the Toms River Center, ask for Mary. For our daytime, share time, accelerated twilight programs, Jim Lauda is the go-to man. And for adult evening, again, our fall brochure will be coming out prior to summer for those 142 classes at night. So we have well over 35 daytime accelerated shared time programs and over 142 at night. Stop in. We'll give you a good idea of maybe where you would like to be headed, because remember, we give good direction at OCVTS.
Hard to believe she was a communications person, right? It's hard for you to figure that out. I am going to go learn more down at Cuisine on the Green at Atlantis, because they have a full bar, which is very, very accommodating, right across the street from Zach's house. Mary Beatty Sharisky, thank you so much for joining us this morning, dropping some knowledge on us, vocational school style. We'll be back with Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin right after this.